Pamela?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think a wolf would be it. I think the wolf would be the animal that best represent her.
Yeah.
As it is, it can be stealthy, but it's also a killer.
Svenja?
I am stuck, I think, yeah. I am going to go with fox. Crafty, cunning, curious, can be stealthy, tends to not be a strong frontline fighter kind of character.
Yeah, funny that fox has got very different meanings in Mordia than it does in Kiga. So used to the kitsune running around, but regular foxes. What about your?
Not sure if that's specifically an animal that I can probably choose to represent Jormungand, but what comes to mind is like the story of the relationship between a wild wolf and a wild bear that lived as companions for a couple months. I feel like that's very apt between Jormungand and Shepard.
Yeah, the wolf bears. Gotta add some of those into the woods.
Oh god.
Mikkel, what about you?
No clue. I'm gonna be real.
Blacksmithing animal.
Yeah. Well, we can do a cat. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What about Gorm then?
I'm not entirely sure. I was thinking maybe like an elephant or a polar bear, like very protective of the pack itself.
Yeah, let's go like that. And what about Ursula?
Despite her name, I think I'm gonna go with lion, since I feel like they're culturally associated with like pride and honor and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. We've got quite the pack here. Have you guys actually? Well, Krista, have you got a recap for us this week, or should I take it? I know you not in your normal set.
No, let's see how it goes. So we started the session after having essentially sent the Valkyrie to Valhalla. And there was a cave with this beautiful clear water through which there was clearly a whole bunch of treasure shining. We kind of split up with some of the party members going into the water. I think Gorm turned into a salmon to explore it, and at the other end of the cave there was a water elemental that was quite curious about the characters. During this exploration there was a sound of roaring which was curious, and as Svenja investigated, there was a dragon, a white dragon that had brought in a humanoid kind of figure that was flaming as its prey. So with a bit of stealthiness and talkiness and all sorts of things, we tried to make our way past the dragon, but that didn't work all that well. So the party ended up running away from the dragon. It managed to block us into the cave, and in a really, really close battle, half of us nearly died, but somehow the party managed to kill the dragon with the help of Truce. There we go. So turns out that Truce is essentially the person in charge of Jotun's Crossing, where the giants are helping ships get up to the capital. Pretty grateful that we had saved him. It was a epic battle, and I think the party kind of half alive, half dead limped back to the cave where the treasure was. And when we got there, the water elemental had disappeared. Obviously, its master was no longer there. And that's essentially where we left last time. I don't think that this recap captures the epicness and the edge of seatness of that particular battle, but it was a close thing.
Yeah, absolutely. As we rejoin you now, some of you with some new battle scars, and because Tris is not going to be able to join us, we're going to say that he is thanking you very much for helping him out there. He's also quite wounded. At the end of last session, you sort of implying that you were going to come take a rest here, but he is going to thank you and tell you that he hasn't got much that he can really pay you with or do anything to thank you at the moment, but that you should meet him at Jotun's Crossing if you ever go by there, and he'll pay you back when you get there. But yeah, if there's anything else you want to speak to him about before you go, you can do so through me, but he won't be sticking around after your rest. He's going to head out himself.
Okay, yeah, I think Svenja would just say to him, we owe you our lives as much as you owe us your life. So I don't consider there a debt to be paid. I look forward to seeing you again. And that's essentially her farewell to him.
Indeed, I expect you will be a valuable ally.
Sorry, say again, Ursula. Very quiet. The rain's drowning you out.
I would also say to Trues, indeed, I expect you will be a valuable ally.
Yeah, he will nod and say that you seem like you'll be formidable allies as well. He may have some jobs for you in the future, but he is going to take his leave at the first sort of chance that he gets, as he and his little flaming fox disappear off by themselves. It seemed that these two had been brought here after a fight with the dragon, and that Truce had sort of been captured and brought back here to sort of be eaten. But now that the dragon is dead, you have heard more screeching and like roaring coming from inside the cavern, and you guys saw the owl that you have been interacting with before screeched at you and flew down the tunnels of the cavern. So you know there are definitely still more creatures in these tunnels, but where you are now seems to be pretty safe. You've got all that loot still that, I mean, we can say that you've gathered it if you are taking a rest, but what are you guys going to do here as you come in here to recover?
I want to go over to where the water elemental was and see if there's anything like a remaining of it.
Okay. Are you going to, yeah, the water sort of goes deeper and deeper the further you go into it, but how are you going to get across there?
The coral looking stuff all along the sides, can I climb on that?
Yeah, it will be a little bit tougher. Carmela was doing that before, but she's got pretty intense climbing skills, so I will need an athletics check. But yeah, there's enough to grab a foothold and sort of shimmy your way along. Okay, yeah, very nice. It takes a little bit to get across, but you will be able to shimmy your way along the wall, and I'll put.
I can't see what I rolled.
Oh, you got a 19. What? That's weird. Might just be lagged. But did you see your token move?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you are in there now, and as you come up close, as you sort of make your way down here, you realize that pool is still sort of undulating, as though maybe the creature isn't completely gone, but it's just gone sort of dormant. and there are a bunch of gems and things up here. But what would you like to do once you actually get?
Um, he's very interested in this thing. He feels some connection to it as it has similar source to her sorcery, and so to speak in primordial. Creature, are you still here? What are you?
Oh, we have some primordial in the group. Yeah. So as you speak down, let me see. Do elementals speak from? No, this one. So
Well,
you will.
they do actually. Primordial is four dialects: Aquan, Terran, Oran, Ignan. So the water primordial would usually speak Aquan, and I speak all kinds of primordial, which includes that one.
Wait, primordial is all of those languages. I've never heard that before, but that makes
you
total
have.
sense.
I said that also before. Like,
Okay, I've been playing for a long time. That's never come up that I remembered, but that does make perfect sense. So yeah, you would in Aquan be able to hear this thing just bubbling back at you as you see this like small wave sort of form, as it looks almost like a head poking out of the surface of the water, and it looks at you. It says, "You are with the ones who destroyed my master. I have not seen your kind around here before."
I'm afraid so, and I am sorry if you were attached to them, but there wasn't much we could do about that.
The creature just enjoyed the warmth of these waters, has never harmed me. But I should warn you, its children will not be so happy. It looks after many creatures of the forest, and the bears in these caves will no longer have anyone to provide them food if the masters are dead.
I see. Well, I hope we haven't caused too much of a problem.
No, your friends are strange. The wolf is easily defeated, I presume. So long as you leave me to this place, there is no reason to harm.
I see. Well, I will be going then. Thank you. You are a fascinating creature.
Before you go, tell me, where is it that you come from? You too are a fascinating creature.
We hail from a town called Brodovik. It's a few miles from here.
Thank you. Perhaps one day I shall visit. And it like moves around, and you realize this water elemental is like, you may have interacted with elementals briefly in your time. They are all over the place, but this one seems a little bit smarter than the other ones in the way that it's speaking. It doesn't seem like as just this base elemental force.
Interesting. Well, I'll go back now.
As you are there, also you can give me either an investigation or a perception check. But yeah, with the athletics, we'll get to that in a second. Just to see what's here in the. Okay, yeah, with the 22, you will notice that inside that pool there are a couple of other trinkets, but they are immediately, you notice they are not worth much, but they seem to be like there's a hat, and there's a couple of like knives and spoons. Just they look like a bunch of humanoid trinkets that this elemental has brought into this little pool by itself. Um, yeah, it doesn't look like it's worth much more than all the other gold and gems that you guys have already found.
Interesting.
I see where you're going with this storyline. Maybe.
So with a 6, though, on your way back, you get about halfway across before some of the coral breaks off underneath your feet and you splash down into the water beneath you. But you are about halfway, so the water is only like thigh high at that point. Although you've said you're quite short, so it might be a little bit high.
Oh well. I'll just walk the rest of the way back.
So what are the rest of you doing as you see Ursula go off and have a little chat with the water?
Nothing specific for me, just recovering after the fight.
So are you guys going to settle down for just a short rest here, or are you going to try and set up a little campsite in here to rest for the night?
I'm out of spells. I'm out of any form of spells. So
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty much hanging on by a thread, I think. Let me see how much hit points she has left.
I'm fine on hit points. Just the spell slots that are out.
Okay, I've got almost no hit points to start with, so yes, a long rest would be good. So Svenja would have a chat with Ursula about the earth elemental, I guess, curiosity. But I think you said this is like a warm springs, essentially like underground volcanic hot bath, something like that. Or is that just the water is steaming because of the temperature difference?
No, these are quite warm waters. This section of the cave that you're in is quite nice and warm. The rest of the cave is completely frozen over, but it seemed like that dragon was using this as its hoard because of its warmth.
Okay. Yeah, I think Svenja would then, if we are taking a long rest, she would take a bath, clean off all the blood, clean the armor, etc., etc., in the nice warm baths. But she would also, with the instrument that they'd found, the lute, she'd also sort of blink around on it and try a few songs and things like that. And now and then just sort of take a glance over at the elemental, presuming that Ursula had sort of given her the gist of the conversation and the trinkets and things.
Yeah.
So, okay. So that's essentially her getting ready for camp if we are doing a long rest.
Yeah, that's perfect. You can take the entertain your allies action, and you can give me a performance check as you start playing with this new lyre that you found, which is actually pretty thematic. It's exactly what's playing through the box. Maybe not, might have changed. Very nice. With the 21, you guys are. Do you have any actual features around that, like a Song of Rest or anything?
Wait. Unmute. There we go. Yes, she would be doing the Song of Rest before. So how does that apply to a long rest? I guess we recover everything at long rest. Yeah. It's mostly with a short rest you get extra hit dice back.
Okay, cool. You guys will have advantage on your next morale save as well, as that may actually come into play, as you guys have now gone quite a ways. But I don't think anyone was expecting to fight a dragon in this cave. So, did everyone agreed to take a short rest as Svenja's beginning? I mean, a long rest.
Yeah, and also
Fine
just
with me.
during that long rest, I'd like to ask Mikkel to see if he can work on my half plate, because it is still buckled.
Yeah, sure. I think we can ease out the dents.
Okay, yeah, you can give me a check with your smith's tools to try and repair that armor.
All right.
Could we say I'd help him somehow because I'm also proficient in smith tools?
Yeah, you can give him advantage.
Cool.
Mm,
Oh yeah, Shepard was the other one that was injured. I was like, I'm sure three of you got pretty badly hurt, but oh, very nice. Yeah, easy panel beating job here as you managed to iron out all the kinks in Yeoman's armor, and it is back to normal. Was there actual mechanical difference that it minus an AC?
Yeah, minus
Okay.
2 for my AC. I just kind of used my chain shirt instead.
That's cool,
Okay.
but you can switch it back now, so
Yeah.
it is well repaired.
Lovely.
Excuse you.
No, I've not really got anything else.
Okay. So yeah, you guys that would take the 2 hours of just light activity and whatnot. So you would then have 6 hours to sleep. Is anyone else doing anything during the long rest, and are you setting up watches?
Nothing I'd like to do, but we probably should take some watches.
I don't think harvesting the dragon can be a part of the long rest, so I'll just stick to the watches. I can take the first one.
Yeah. So sorry, what were you saying about the dragon? Because that has not been harvested yet.
Yeah, I know, but I
Um,
don't think it can be. It's not light activity to harvest it. At least I don't think it is.
Yeah, you would have to go back into the tunnel where it actually is. So, but I will say that wouldn't take too long the following day.
Yeah,
Um,
then I'll just take the first shift of like guard, and then I'll go to sleep.
Okay, cool. So we'll just go as we go. Is anyone joining Gorm on first watch?
Yeah, I
I'll
think
take
Svenja will.
Okay, so then a perception check from the two of you as you guys take first watch and everyone takes a long rest in here.
Ah, okay. And usually good roll for Svenja. She's not particularly great on perception.
Okay, so you guys hear the same screeching owl sounds just echoing through the tunnels, and one of them seems quite panicked. It's like that same owl screech that you heard all night the night before, and it does not seem happy. As you hear more of those roars, but nothing comes to the entrance of the tunnels. You don't hear anything coming into the rooms. Yeah, your watch goes on without too much issue. Who are you going to wake up next?
I said I'd take second watch.
Cool. Anyone joining Ursula?
Sure.
Okay, you guys can give me a perception check as well.
Right. Ah,
Okay, so as you guys are sitting there, you hear those same sounds, but they seem to quieten down a little bit. And then you hear, like, just faintly, it sounds like wood hitting the ground. You you hear like something collapsing in the tunnels outside, but you're not sure what it could be other than your sort of structure that you had set up earlier. Other than that, you don't hear any suspicious sounds and nothing enters the tunnels. Okay. So who's going to take third watch?
Suppose it could be Yormund. Shepherd.
Okay. And Camilla, are you joining them there for that?
Sure.
That will
Alright.
leave us with no fourth watts.
Sorry, say again?
That will leave us with no fourth watts during the last 2 hours of this short rest or long rest.
Camilla taking a watch?
Oh, has Mikkel not yet either?
No, I took second
Oh,
one.
yeah, you just
and
took that
used
one. Yeah. Okay, so Camilla, are you going to take on with Yormund or wait for last watch?
Last watch.
Okay, Yormund and Shepard, perception checks from you guys, as Shepard seems like a little bit out of it, seeing as he was quite badly hurt in the fight with the dragon, but he seems quite full. He doesn't need to be fed for a little bit. As you guys sit there, you will hear those same screeching sounds every now and then. But then at some point during your watch, you will hear sounds approaching the tunnel, and it's like sounds like faint sort of scratching against the ice as something is coming closer, and Shepard begins to growl. Are you going to do something as you hear something approach?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick Gorm and Mikkel awake and just like gesture quiet.
Okay, then I would also like you to give me an animal handling check as Shepard notices it too. But if you're trying to keep it quiet, Shepard looks like he's about to start barking. Yeah, so you see Shepard growling and like about to bark, and you just stop him there. As you hear that sound, sort of the scratching stop, but it seems like something has approached the end of the tunnel.
Like to the right or below?
Like right at the top of the map.
Okay.
So like still back in the ice tunnels. So it doesn't seem like it's quite come into this room yet, but you can hear it on the ice.
Then for the time being, I'm just gonna sort of sit up here, watching into the rest of the tunnel as far as I can see.
Oh.
Oh.
And I'm going back to sleep.
Okay. And Mikhail, are you also going back to sleep?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So you sit and keep watching until the end of your watch, and nothing walks into the tunnels. But yeah, Camilla, you will be up next as Yormund. Are you going to tell Camilla anything as you like at the end of your watch?
Yeah, I'm just gonna whisper. I think I heard something scratching over the ice in closer to the cave entrance, so there might be something waiting for us. And with that, back to sleep.
Okay. Camilla, you can also give me a perception check, or let me know what you want to do with that information. Okay, with a 12, about halfway through your watch, you will see a shadow sort of being cast as something seems to enter the room, and then you see it stop, and suddenly you hear the feet as it turns around and runs away. It seems like maybe it smelled you and bolted, but you didn't actually see the creature. You just saw a large, like, sort of bulbous figure appearing on the ceiling as this shadow was cast, and then you hear bounding of it as it goes away. You can give me a nature check if you want to try identify what was making those sounds, but other than that, that will be all that happens on your watch.
20.
Okay, so yeah, the way it was running sounded like that could very possibly be a bear. But with that, you've come to the end of your watch. Everyone has gotten a long rest, and you can, yeah, please do that on Foundry. If you're not on Foundry for whatever reason, just let me know. And yeah, you wake up. It is now like nighttime, and it has gotten cold, but you know, winter nights are long, so you can let me know what you guys would like to do.
Suppose. Have we already gathered all the loot?
Yeah, we can say over the last session and during this long rest, you guys, you are carrying it. We're not going to worry too much about the encumbrance of all this because it's mostly gold and gems.
Did anyone take the golden mask?
I have noted that Svenja took it at the end of the battle, but I see it's still in the cave.
Oh, I actually thought no one had picked it up, so if Svenja's got it, we can make it.
Okay, do I need to put it in inventory or I just leave it in notes for now?
You can leave it in the notes for now. It doesn't. It seems like it has been deactivated if it is a magical item. So yeah, but you have got it. If anyone's looking for it.
Flip it.
Yeah, so anyone who wants to examine it or investigate it or do anything, let's just give a shout. She's sort of filed that puzzling statement that Valkyrie made away for later.
I would like to have a look at it.
Okay.
Has anyone tried putting it on yet, I wonder?
Sounds like a bad idea.
Heads or tails? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, so Svenja definitely did not try to put it on.
Neither would Jormund.
Yeah, if you guys want to give me like a religion or an arcana to try and identify this thing, you absolutely can. But yeah, let me know if you're just trying to put it on your face.
I have no idea.
Yeah, to you guys, it doesn't even seem magical. Good lord, that was loud. It doesn't actually seem magical to you guys. It seems like just a regular ass mask. Just sorry, I'm using a laptop, so all that sounds coming through. But Gorm, you would know that, I mean, seeing the Valkyrie was quite a big deal. And you would know that gold is often referred to by skalds as Freya's tears. It's like a poetic way of saying gold. And this golden mask being carried by a wounded Valkyrie, you definitely think that there is some connection there, as this mask is. You've heard of stories of foreigners that put these masks on their dead, and you know that the Valkyries choose the dead from the battlefields to take to Valhalla. So there's a good chance that this is something she picked up off of a dead person, like in a big battle. But the wounds also suggested that she had been in battle with something with a similar type of magic to that Draugr. So maybe whoever was wearing the mask wasn't so dead after all.
I would highly advise on not putting the mask on.
I've seen Jojo.
Sorry, what? Say that again.
I said that I advise on not putting the mask on.
Yeah. Roman somehow got a 0 on. I'm not sure what you were doing there.
Coin flip.
Does that mean heads or tails? Are you pulling it off?
That meant. Oh no, I was really just flipped it just to see because I remember there's a coin. It's not for anything.
Yeah, it's a D2 is your coin, but are you going to put the mask on?
No.
Okay. So what are you guys going to do then as you look over this and Gorm, you start to piece some things together?
Hearing it's mostly to do with magic and myth. Not that it isn't interesting, but right now it's just not really concerning to him, and so he just gives it back without much thought.
Yeah, I'll move up ahead and motion to Carmilla. Let's see what we can salvage from the dragon.
And it's
Speaking of, did you find out if there was something over the ice? Carmilla?
just a bear.
I would also like to take a look at the mask, just try and see if there's any like symbols or anything carved into it, or if it's just a plain mask.
Okay. Yeah, you can either give me an Arcana or an Investigation. Yeah, you notice that the front, like the face of the mask, is completely smooth gold. The eyes, in fact, are completely closed over. This is like a Greek death mask. But when you turn it around, you will notice what look like runes carved onto the inside of the mask that are just like completely covering the inside, but written small, and they are not runes that you recognize. Although you surprised me with primordial, so actually, let me just double check your languages.
I also speak Infernal and Dwarvish.
Yeah, so some of these runes you would recognize as being close to infernal, but it looks like it's like it's looking at an old language almost, like this is like ancient infernal, and it doesn't actually say anything in particular. They're more like arcane runes. Yeah, you can easily tell that they are sort of not active at the moment, and but yeah, maybe a good idea. Yorman didn't put it on. So I see most of you have gone through the tunnel. Svenja, are you going through as well?
Right, hang on a second. Let me just get to that window. Yes, I will join them.
Okay, now no one go running through the
Hard
whole
running.
dungeon.
Hard running Foundry with a trackpad.
Try doing it with a reverse trackpad, that's even worse.
So wait, what's the reverse trackpad?
It is where what's called the tab, like left and right is placed above the trackpad. It's really painful.
Like a left hand.
No, it's not even a left hand. It's really painful. I've had that like on 2 laptops. Oh.
Okay, so as you guys all make your way out into the tunnel, you come back to the crevasse where you have set up a like block and tackle with a rope over the top, and it seems like there's no creatures in this tunnel. God, sorry, the bot is very loud for some reason. I've got it on literally 1%. But yeah, you come to the crevasse that you guys have climbed over multiple times now, and you can actually Gorm, as you arrive, Gorm and Mikil, you can both give me just a perception check as you're walking. Oh, okay, nice. Both of you notice that the block and tackle has been shifted. Part of the pythons that you sort of hammered into the ice on the other side have been knocked over against the wall, and though it looks like it's still standing, seems like whatever creature came through here last night did some damage to the structure and might not be perfectly safe at the moment.
Is my tree still here?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the tree. That see, this is why I should put things down. But your tree is absolutely gone. I think it only lasts for an hour, isn't it? Or does it stay?
For 24 hours.
Oh, then it is still there. Very nice. Sorry, I will.
Yeah, let me make sure it's actually 24 hours.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it stays.
Yeah, 24 hours, or unless it's reduced to 0 hit points.
Cool. Yeah. So you will see, however, along the tree, you will see some big claw marks. Some from the dragon as it chased after you, but also there are definitely bear claw marks in this tree.
But it seems like to still hold.
Yeah, it definitely looks strong enough still. It's well wedged in between there. It's like grown into the side of the wall, so you figure it's safe.
And I'll cross with it on it.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys can all see there's easily just a footage actually of a tree that you can easily walk.
Yeah, so Svenja would do the usual parkour thing. She's having lots of fun with the armor, and she's feeling a lot better this morning after a good night's rest.
Oh
I
yeah.
wanna do something too, because I can. So, immediately before or after I cast a spell, I can use a bonus action to fly 10 feet. So what I'm thinking is, I run up, jump, use a bonus action to fly, then cast mage armor on myself.
Okay, yeah, that's one way to put your armor on in the morning. As you just levitate across, you see the snows and these little icy particles whipping around you as the air kicks up underneath you. But yeah, you absolutely float your way across. And then, yeah, Svenja, I mean, at this point, you won't even need a roll. You can easily make this just in acrobatics to see if you're sticking that landing 3 out of 3.
Let me. Foundry is not wanting to roll this week. Come, Foundry. Oh, there we go.
Natural 20.
Hey,
Ah,
you're really showing off now at this point. It's like
oh hell yeah.
it's like you were warming up the first couple of times, but this time you're adding dive rolls and flips and things into it as your party continues down the tunnels, and it's up to you guys whether or not you. Well, you did say you were going for the dragon, but whether or not you want to explore further into these tunnels or head on out. But the dragon, you should remember where the dragon is. Those of you that were here last week.
Yeah. Just don't want to rush there in case anything.
Are you like trying to move stealthily?
No,
or...
just like out of character, just to rush in case there is something we're supposed to be aware of.
Yeah, that's cool. I will let you know. I appreciate that.
It's still dark.
It's still dark.
Oh yeah, the map is still on the first map. Huh?
Outside.
It's supposed to be nighttime, I think. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is dark.
Oh, I assumed it was like just early morning.
No, currently, because you went to sleep there actually at like midday, so it's currently 9:15 at night. But also in winter, it's dark for a long time. Even if it was early in the morning, it would still be pitch black. But at the moment, you can actually see some light from outside, like from the sort of northern lights above you. There is some light out there. But as the rest of you come around this tunnel, you will see the dragon lying there with its one wing still sort of caught under the rocks, and yeah, looking very deceased as it exploded all over this room. It might not be that easy to harvest as bits and pieces are lying everywhere, but anyone who would like to try and harvest it, you can give me that survival check or whatever you can make a case for, like nature or something.
I can give advantage only if I have proficiency, right?
You mean with the help act?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, never really gotten too sticky about that, but
I'll give
I'll
guidance.
say you can help with this because it's just you've definitely you as a cook, you know how to carve up some meat a little bit.
Fair enough. Guess I'll help Carmilla and guide her.
Okay. I mean, I will say dragon is a big thing to harvest, so you guys can all get involved if you want. There's a lot you can actually get off of this thing, but we'll go one by one to see how well Camilla does first, and then. Okay, a 16. All right, there is definitely more to be harvested, but you do get some pretty good stuff, and actually it makes sense. Camilla would have stopped. Let's get that. Okay, so Camilla, you managed to harvest from this creature. With Gorm's help, you get 10 pounds of dragon flesh, which it's not worth all that much, but it is definitely, there are people who would pay a hefty price for a good meal. And Camilla, you also find 5 vials of boreal dragon blood, which I'm sure you will enjoy. You got a 16, right?
Yes, a 16.
Okay. You'll also be able to harvest 10 teeth, 6 bones, and the horn of the dragon that is left over. The other one was destroyed, but you managed to get one of its horn. as I will actually move those into your character sheets, but Gorm and Camilla, who's going to carry those as you guys have sort of harvested them together? Or if you guys have got a place I can put it in the hoard as well if you want.
I take the horn. I take what's called. If Gorm takes the meat, I can take the accessories. He is the cook after all, so it makes sense.
As long as you don't drink all the blood, yeah, I agree.
Blood for the blood god.
So are you taking the blood or?
I'm taking the flesh. She'll take the rest.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move those over. Is anyone else?
Yeah, I'd like to harvest some.
As would I.
Can I guide them as they're doing it? Each and every one of them?
Yeah, sure. You can absolutely.
So you can add D4. And no D4 will help you here. Hey.
The nice gods in balance.
Okay, sorry. What? I'm just moving those over. What were your roll?
Ursula got a natural 1 and Yormund got a natural 20.
Very nice. Okay, so yeah, Ursula, you for the teeth. Camilla's already harvested them. So let me just get those in. Sorry, it's very dark.
I mean, if it's worth anything, it still came out to an 8 for Ursula.
Yeah, that's not enough to get anything, I'm afraid. Nat 1 is. However, what does your nat 20 bring up?
26 total.
Ooh, very nice. That means you get everything. So the nicest thing you'll be able to recover there, Yormund, is the wings of the dragon, but you will also manage to find. You would manage to get the scales, a whole bag full of them, and the breath pouch, which you didn't actually see the dragon, but this one, that is sort of part of what exploded. But it is a cinder ash dragon, so it like has a fiery breath, but it breathes ash that then ignites. It's sort of backwards. But let me.
So I pretty much have a pouch of that.
Yeah, you can throw it up to 15 feet like a grenade, and it will explode with the breath weapon. But I will add these to your sheet so you can actually see what they do. Sorry, let's just double check. Camilla, you taking the blood, the tooth, the bone, and the horn?
Yes.
I take the flesh.
Mikil, I will say you see that those bones, and they would make good materials for weapons.
Yeah, should I also do what is survival?
No, Camilla's already gotten the bones, as Yormund's now sort of wrapping it all up, so you can just discuss amongst yourselves who wants to take what. But at the moment, like, you can do that when you're crafting as well. Let's see. So, you're taking the dragonfly.
Yep.
Okay, you get quite a bit because of those rolls. You get a full 10 pounds.
I'll toss a piece to Shepard for good work. He really went for the balls.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, we both went for the balls.
Best ability.
Okay, there we go. Yormund, you should have the other thing. And the dragon has been fully harvested.
Yeah, quick question about the harvesting. I can get, because it's not a normal beast, I can get reagents if we succeed the harvesting.
Oh yeah, your exotic items, right? You can. Is there a table for that?
Yeah, what DC is it? What CR, I mean, sorry.
Oh yeah, it is CR8.
CR8. Okay. So this is 10 to get reagent. Just need someone to roll a D100 to see what we get. $65 is 1d4 uncommon reactive reagent. So now I roll a d4. 2 uncommon reactive reagents. I'll write it down on my sheet.
Okay, I do think I have. Didn't I
Do you have
actually note
reagents
those?
in general? I don't know if you have like every specific one of them. Let me see. Oh, wait, you do.
Maybe not. Did I? Did I?
Yeah, poisonous.
Wait, sorry, where are these? I can't remember. I've put so much
In
stuff.
the like top right, the skull symbol, and then party resources. And there is like a symbol of a pot with a flower coming out of it. It says 1, so just add
Oh yeah,
plus
yeah,
1.
yeah. So I forgot I'd done that. Thank you. And it's the first one. Okay.
Yeah, like the
The,
pot with
the
flower.
curative.
No, it's no the other one, the one next to it. The reactive. Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Perfect. Okay. And with that, as you guys have finished harvesting this dragon, you would hear more of those sounds coming from the other side of these rocks that have sort of caved in this tunnel here, which was open before the fight with the dragon. But yeah, now you guys find yourselves in the tunnels. You still hear some sounds in the distance, but it's up to you whether you want to go deeper or make your way out, as the fight with the bear has become much less important now that Orpheus isn't.
So I think the owl went down this middle tunnel, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yeah.
are the sounds coming from behind us through this middle tunnel? The one
The
that we're
sounds
kind
as
of
you,
halfway into the end.
it does sound like it's sort of coming from both tunnels, but where the actual dragon was, you can hear it louder.
Well, I'm not sure it's really
Hmm.
our fight now, so I would say we should get on with our journey.
I would like to go and take a look.
Yeah, there may be more treasure to find.
Yeah, DM,
Maybe more.
we can see the next part.
What do you mean?
Like we can see
Okay.
the owl bears. At least I can.
I can't.
Gorm, I think.
Because of the fish.
How?
I don't know.
Oh, because you can see through the eyes of the fish.
Oh, what is the fish though? What is it like?
Because you're eating fish.
Oh, use the same token.
Because I gave you permission over the.
Yeah,
Damn it, my
yeah,
bad.
or
my
there.
bad. Okay, so you have this sudden vision, like where you're a salmon again, and you're being ripped apart by beaks and claws, and it's horrible for a moment as the gods grant you a vision into the next room.
Yeah, the vision just keep getting worse and worse.
Well, if you want to have a look, go ahead. But I think that would just piss off whatever's ahead and get us into a fight. Which, honestly, seeing how our most recent fight went, or your most recent fight went, didn't seem to go so well.
Well, good point. Yes, it's sort of just winces because that scar that Triss made on, when he cauterized the wound on her back, still stings a little bit. But so she's kind of torn, and she'll say to everybody, "But that all seemed to engage with us and follow us all the way, and then it flew into the cave. So that's what she's really curious about investigating.
The owl also dumped a fucking raw, dead, bloody fish on me, so I'm not particularly inclined to follow it.
Yeah. So you can see that she's really, really keen to follow, but she would just sort of watch everybody carefully and see what the rest of the group decides to do.
Oh, we're here to fight bears, aren't we? We gotta go fight some bears.
I'm.
I don't know, maybe we could just sort of, we don't have to go fight them, but we can just sneak and go and take a look.
Yeoman will remember your mother
So
telling stories
you
of the berserkers and how it is quite, I mean, that's obviously a barbarian thing, but what Ulfhild was coming here to do was to kill one of those bears, to like wear its skin and become a berserker. And I will say, you don't have to be an actual barbarian berserker class to do that. That's just a Viking thing. So there could be good things fighting a bear, but yeah, it's up to you. What's everyone else thinking?
I think the dead dragon is more than enough of a trophy.
I
could
don't
just
have
flip a coin.
yeah, I don't have a significant preference because we were here because of Ulfhild, but since he's not really here now, it doesn't matter as much.
Heads, we go fight the bear. Tails, we don't. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
But which is heads and which is tails?
I'm sure we can figure it out.
No, well, just let's determine now for the rest of the game is one heads, two tails.
I think that makes sense. Heads is top first, one. Tails is the other. Alright.
Oh my god, on my screen it is literally lying sideways against the chat. It landed on us.
So even the gods are conflicted, huh?
Seems like it. So was that no fight?
I'm wondering, can Svenja sort of flip the coin and try and cheat a little bit? To see
If you want to fight the bear,
heads.
we can fight the bear. Okay. But we can just go
I don't want to fight the bear. I want to go see what happened to the owl. Remember that she's pathologically curious.
You know what?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
curiosity killed the cat was essentially a phrase made for her.
I mean, to that point, there are a few tunnels you haven't explored yet. There's like one to your left and one to your right that no one's really gone down yet.
Svenja, go find out what happened. I believe in you. You can even take Shepard with you. Don't let him die or I will have your head.
Well, if he dies, I'll probably also be dead, but okay. So she'll sneak off with. She'll sneak off with Shepard, I think, down the left passage.
What do you mean? Like, up or down?
West. Oh my god, that's terrible.
Svenja was eaten by bears. We could hear her screams.
Oh, there's the salmon.
I don't know what happened there. I didn't even press anything.
Holy shit, they turned her into a salmon and they ate her. Those are magical bears. Let's get out of here.
So, Svenja, you can move on the tunnel you would like to go down. But, as you're not too used to pulling Shepard around with you, That tunnel is like fully blocked from.
Oh,
It was caved in last time. Can you see
Ah.
through it?
no.
Yeah, it should be
Nope.
blocked on
Okay,
your
so
screen,
we'll
but
go.
you can try and dig through it. I mean, you guys collapsed it, so it's up to you if you want to try and like break your way through there.
Now she's going to go to. I can get my token to not collide with. She'll go down the other one then. The center one here.
You can also use the arrow keys and stuff to move if the trackpad is driving you nuts.
Oh my god! Come on, token. There we go.
You can even use WASD as far as. Okay, so as you are heading down this tunnel with that terrible stealth check, we'll get to you in a second. Is anyone following after Sven?
No,
I'll just
you're
watch from here.
Yeah, just waiting at the mouth of the cave.
Okay. Svenja, as you are making your way down the tunnel, you'll feel like just as you are getting past that point, you'll see the spike traps that everyone has sort of pointed out before on either side of you. But as you are getting closer and closer, you'll feel this wind just buffeting, like hitting your face as you walk down. It's like there is something blowing wind down the tunnel as if to like push you back. But it's easy enough to walk through. It just feels like walking into a blizzard kind of thing, you know?
Let me see how brave she feels today. More than 10, she turns around. No, she will continue to go a little bit further down.
Okay. As you are going, I would like you to give me a dex save. Shepard will be fine because he's the like winter wolf. Just as the wind is blowing against you and the floor is slippery, you like trying not to fall into these pits as you are walking. Oh yeah. With your new parkour skills, it is not a problem at all as you continue your way down, just angling yourself against the wind and bringing Shepard with you, as you will be able to make it to the next cross section without falling in any pit trap.
Okay, so she would pause here and kind of listen carefully and look up and down the passages to see what she can see.
Okay, give me a perception check, please. Okay,
Yeah, no.
It's hard to hear against the wind. As you're trying to look down the passage, you see the wind almost taking shape as it moves around the corner, and you just see these like little snowy vortexes forming themselves into an air elemental as it moves around the corner, and you can see that that is where the wind is coming from. It is coming from that tunnel, but you know that the owl flew down the other one, and you can see this thing now moving out towards you. What are you going to do as you see?
Turn around and run.
Okay, it is flying out after you, and as you turn and scramble, I'll need one more dex save as this thing sees you and starts blowing this wind towards you as the DC is going up. Oh, but you are doing well as it kind of blasts at you from behind and speeds you up a little bit. So yeah, what does it look like as you you book it away from this area?
Well, so I think she's feeling the wind and feeling pretty. It's early in the morning, feeling pretty optimistic. So what she would do is actually leap into the air when she gets to the spike pit trap, one of the ones, and let the wind essentially carry her over and past, almost like parasailing without a parasail.
Yeah, absolutely. Just taking this little boost, you get almost flung out of the tunnel with Shepard running after you. The rest of you can see this from your angle, at least some of you there. Are you going to do anything?
So she would also be shouting, "Air Elemental!"
I don't think fighting wind with halberd and sword is going to work out well, so I'd rather buck it.
Going with the wind.
Yeah, I'll wait for Svenny to pass me before I run it.
Okay, I still see you standing by the dragon. Are you?
Yeah, I'm still
have you
there.
moved?
I didn't.
Oh,
Did she pass? Did she pass me? I did just. didn't
no,
know.
not yet. She's still at
Yeah.
the entrance of the other.
Yeah, I didn't move to the exit. I stayed here.
Okay. So, Fenya, are you continuing to run, or are you just pausing there at the end of the tunnel?
I think she's going to continue to just run past everybody.
Okay.
But she
Yes,
will
then.
shout "Air Elemental!" Continue to belt for the entrance.
Okay, so Gormia, you would then see her rejoining the rest of the group as she's running out.
And I'll run after her. Yeah, I'll just yell to her. Curiosity satisfied or not?
No, but running anyway. Still want to know where the owl went, but she's not in the mood to fight an air elemental now.
Yeah, well, this cave will still be here. Might be worth coming back to fight it another day at a higher level. But is everyone then agreed with leaving the cave?
Yep.
Yes.
Beautiful. Then, as you all
There's
make
no
your
sign
way,
of any owls when we get out of it, I guess.
no, you would have heard the faint screeching still coming from inside. It seems that owl didn't leave again after it came in last night. Though it is nighttime still, so there's a good chance that the owl might leave the thing again soon. But no sign of it now. As we head back on out to the map, you guys have successfully defeated a dragon in its lair and run away from whatever the hell else is in there. It is nighttime, but as I said, the skies are a little bit clearer, and you can actually see this aurora borealis lighting your way as you are in the forests. What would you like to do?
Well, I suppose it's time to get on. Though quickly, I'd probably want to talk to some of the party just about the stuff from the dragon, and namely Mikkel, just to see what we can do with Scales, Wings, and the Breath Pouch.
You can walk as you are hiking if you want to walk and talk.
Yep.
So, scales. We can probably make scale mail with that.
It seems incredibly light, so I think it'd do well as armor. Plus, dragon.
I mean,
Who doesn't want to wear a dragon?
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking.
More interestingly, not sure what to do with the wings, because on one hand, wings, on the other, I'm not too keen on flying.
entirely sure what we can do with them either. I'm not sure how we can process them and use them.
I mean, we can maybe harvest the skin from them if they're anything special.
Yeah,
And
I
just
wonder how
use that.
hard.
I don't know.
I wonder how hard dragon tendons are. Like, could we use it as a bowstring?
I feel like that would be a very difficult draw.
You'd make it with a longbow then. Okay.
Even still.
So, Mikhail, you can actually just give me an investigation check to see what you might be able to do with these items. And I'll say you've got advantage because Yormund is going over this with you.
Okay,
You can both make the roll if you want.
Both with advantage or
Okay, I got 20.
All right. Perfect. Yeah, as you guys both discuss this, you would know that you've got some great stuff here. The dragon blood can be used to make potions of dragon strength, which maybe not quite your forte, but maybe someone like Gorm would be able to do that. You know that the teeth can be used to make ammunition. You can make dragon bolts and dragon arrows with that. Then the bones can be used to make dragon bone weapons. The spine or the horns can be made to make dragon wands, and the scales can definitely be used to make dragon scale mail. The other things that you got are a little bit fancier, as they are worth a lot of money. I mean, look at those items. Like the dragon scales are worth almost, it's like 1,500 gold. As
holy shit.
is the breath pouch. The scales are pretty heavy actually. It's like 45 pounds. They're not that light. the breath pouch can be made to make something called Dragon's Wrath, which I don't remember what that actually is. I will look it up again. But you can make then metallic dragons. You can also use to make something called Dragon's Mercy. But Dragon's Wrath is, let me see, it's like a leathery pouch of this repurposed from Dragon's Breath pouch and had some of its potency reduced in exchange for long-term usability, and you can basically squeeze it to like cast a dragon's breath from. So you can turn it into a dragon's breath weapon. And the best thing that you have found for sure, which is worth 3,250 gold pieces, are those 2 dragon wings. One of them is a little bit damaged, but
Each or
people wouldn't care. And no, for both. That's the set of wings. But you can make something very cool with this called a Cloak of Dragonflight, and it's basically a long cloak that allows. Let me see here. Yeah, you can speak a command word and turn them into a pair of dragon wings on your back, and they remain that way for 6 hours or until you speak the command word again, which grant you a flying speed of 60 feet and resistance to the damage type corresponding to the dragon. And this was a boreal dragon, so that could be fire or cold.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, definitely
So-
some nice stuff you can make.
So I think I'll probably, in my graciousness, gift the dragon wings to someone else because I don't fuck with flight. That's some nerd shit.
There's also some bloody heavy things to be carrying around with you.
Yeah.
There's 60 pounds, so yeah, you may be the best one to carry them. But
Carry them for now, but like I can hand off maybe the scales and a pouch to Gorm or Mikkel.
Gorman's got the meat.
Alright, Mikkel, you carry
Right.
him.
have we got the module that lets you give it to another player?
I think it is in the Kiga campaign. I don't know if it's here.
Yes, we do.
I think we definitely want to make some weapons out of the Dragonbone. And
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
probably want to see if we can buy some.
Mikkel, heads up.
Oh shit!
There you go. Take that off my back. There you go.
So yeah, we can get into more of those materials and things when you actually get into crafting. So you don't have to worry about exchanging all of it now. But as you guys continue your journey onwards, it is still quite dark despite the lights in the sky. Are you guys doing anything to help your navigation, or are you just sticking to the route you had before?
Only thing I can do is light a torch, and because I'm a human, I will light a torch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
will
will
definitely
also.
help.
We could also cast a little light cantrip for you on something, shield or something like that.
A stick. Just pick up a stick and just use it as a torch.
How I bought winter clothing. Is the weather like fine for me or still cold?
You guys are all wearing winter clothing, aren't you?
I feel like it makes
Yep.
sense.
I wrote
Marcus
you like
traveler's clothes for me,
you
but I
asked.
think you said before that we all have suitable clothing.
Yeah, you've got your basic travel clothing and stuff will be equipped for this, but there is a specific thing, winter clothing, that I remember someone did buy before they left.
Yeah, I did buy this.
Which,
Why I'm asking.
yeah, so that helps you against the extreme cold. Tonight it is bloody cold, but coming from that ice cave, it's much of a muchness. You guys have pretty much acclimatized a bit, and it isn't. There's no blizzard or anything at this point. The skies have cleared, so it's actually a little bit more comfortable than it has been the past little while. Though, as you are getting closer to your destination, you are going to notice that it is getting cold again as it begins to snow once more, and you are trudging through the snow. So yeah, definitely cold, but no one's taking damage or anything at this point. Yeah, anything else you guys would like to do as you continue traveling?
Not really. I'll probably just smoke my pipe. Have a. No, that's it.
Okay. Cool. So then, with that, you all make your way through the forest, not encountering any more danger, thankfully, on your way, and continue on to where you have heard there is a small cottage somewhere out here in these hills. As you all go looking around for it, it is the early hours of the morning, and you can just see in the distance a small plume of smoke coming up as you get close. So let me take you. We're going to put you down here, and then I'm going to open another map. But I want to make it wintry and dark. So what's it? There we go. That should work now. And let's put you down. Okay. Have I lost you guys?
No.
Oh,
Has the gone quiet for you? It's just a
No.
quiet zone. Oh, because I turned it down so much earlier, I thought for a second I'd disconnect. Yeah, so there we go. You should all be loading up onto the other map, as it is still pretty dark, but sun should be coming up in a couple of hours, and you can see ahead of you to the left-hand side of the map is kind of the path that you were following. That is an old road that leads up into the mountains, completely snowed over. But you can see there are two other paths sort of into the woods from where you are standing. So what would you guys like to do? As you see the smoke in the sort of center of the map rising into there.
I can definitely see a cottage, so I would like to just have a look.
Yep.
Yeah, you see that the sort of patch in front of you is probably where the garden of this cottage usually is in the summer, but again completely snowed over, and there is a faint light coming from inside, though you can immediately see it is quite dilapidated and broken down. There are some ruined barrels outside it, and yeah, however, the smoke coming from inside does suggest that maybe there is someone in there. As you round the corner, you see that there is a window on that side, and it looks to be sort of broken. The wood seems a little bit splintered. It looks like it wouldn't be difficult to sort of break in through there. But you can also see that the path to your right leads out through the trees again.
Then I'll probably just try to have a better look through the window.
Okay, you can give me a perception check. As Camilla, are you going off on your own down the road?
yep, that looks much better.
As you're making your way down, Camilla, you see the front door of this cottage that seems to just lead off a small path in the road. But as you are getting to right where you are now, you also see that there is I'm not sure how much you can see on the map, but you can see there's a little bit of an opening next to you in the forest, where Yormund, you can see through the window there is a hole in the wall, and it seems like the snow has been getting in there. It looks like that wall has been broken and fallen in a bit, but it looks like a bedroom, an old bedroom.
Did you say the glass was like broken?
Yeah, the wood is sort of splintered and off its hinges, but to get in there, you would need to break it a little bit more, but it would be
Okay.
easy to do.
Then I'll sort of just like try to knock on the wood just to make it sound like knocking on the door, like hello. And
Okay,
I'll just kind of give it 5 seconds to wait for an answer.
okay, so you can give me a perception check as you knock on the door. Are you actually saying hello?
No, I'm just knocking,
Okay.
but I'm doing it in the same like manner as like saying like hello, like that.
Okay, and at the same time, Camilla, as you sort of approach the front door, are you doing anything there? Are you also knocking?
Knock, knock.
Okay, so this knocking sounds fill the room, and what was your perception? You can also give me one comment.
23.
Okay, so with a 23, you hear some talking coming from the inside as you get up close to this window. You can hear two voices that seem to be talking, and as you knock, they go silent as Camilla, that's about all that you hear. But then, Yorman, from where you are, you hear a whisper of someone going, "Shit, do you think it's them? It can't be. Just go and check it out." Because I'm not answering it, you answer it. And you hear the shifting of a chair as footsteps start moving across the wood. What is everyone else doing as they're hearing?
I'm just going to like hush everyone back and just like away from the window, just gesturing away, like that they're coming.
Go hide right around the corner.
I'll start going
And-
around to where Carmilla was.
And I'd just like to just peek through the window to see if I can catch a glimpse of anyone. And the second I do, I'm just gonna retreat.
Okay, well, yeah, you wouldn't see much from where you are there, but Carmilla, you would hear someone approach the other side of the door, and you'd kind of hear that they are close. You can smell that they're just on the other side of the door, but they seem to just be listening.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Carmilla is there.
What do you want here?
Just passing by.
And you'll see sort of in the crack of the wood of the door, you'll see a little eye pop up at like quite low down. You can see as this person on the other side is trying to get a look at you. He goes, "You're with those foreign freaks."
Ooh.
You look like them. Are you a local? You from Broudevik?
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check.
$13.
Okay, that's pretty low. I'm gonna give him an insight, and we'll. Okay. So he says, "All right, one moment," and you'll hear the door unlock as the door swings open, and you'll see a dwarf on the other side as he just like opens it part way, and then says, "Come on in, lass. Can you be out here? There's fucking ninjas about."
Just gonna step in.
He will close the door behind you and lead you in. As he says, "This here's my friend Lakens. I'm Fuss. Sorry." And you are?
Carmilla Alland.
Right, well, take a seat by the fire, Carmilla. Are you alone? And he kind of takes a peek into the room where Yormund, at this point, you just see the dwarf sort of peek his head in for a moment, not noticing you, and then just moving back to like inside the house.
No.
But you can hear Carmilla speaking from inside.
Fuck.
No. I was with the others. No, they decided to go another way.
Others? How many are there?
5, 6 more.
He sort of looks nervously at the other guy around the table. and just moves his arm, like resting on the hammer on his hip. He says, "Oh, they're friends of yours then."
Yeah.
So why have they not come in with you then? You're not trying to pull something on us, are you?
No, not to my knowledge. I don't know what they plan. I do not.
Yeah, when I reach like this point and seeing Cabela is not here, I'll just call out to her.
Yeah, having heard Camilla, just like, how the fuck did she get in there? And I'm just going the other way around to see if there's like a door, because I wasn't aware this way led inside.
Okay, you went to. Sorry, where are you going? I mean, the window is sort of easy to climb into, but yeah, if you're following Gorm around to the front door,
Yeah.
Carmela, you'll hear that call coming from inside as both of them just turn to see where that sound came from.
I felt like it would have just been rude to budge in an occupied home.
Yeah, you can see this. The home is quite dilapidated. If anyone's occupying it, it may work as a temporary shelter, but it looks like it's pretty damaged for someone's home. And yeah, Gorm, as you walk up, and are you opening the door?
I'm knocking and saying Carmilla. I'm calling out to Carmilla again.
Okay, so with the door still sort of closed, you'll hear them at the door, and he'll look at you and say, "Those your friends?"
That's Gorm. And yes, that is the friend.
He'll approach and open the door and just like look a little bit shocked as he sees all of you standing on the other side. He goes, "Oh, there's quite a few of you. Looking for shelter?"
At least until the snow is over.
Well, in truth, I just thought this house was quite neglected, so I wasn't sure if anyone was in.
Aye, us too. I'm hoping not to bump into not like you, but come on in. The fire's going. You don't want to be caught out here. And you see him like leaning against the door frame and looking outside as if he's looking for something. But he ushers you all to come inside.
Is there something out here we should be worrying about? Aside from the normal?
Aye, come on in, I'll tell you all about it. And, Svenja, are you still with us then?
You are muted.
Yeah. All right, well, that's fine. Just because their token hasn't moved. But is everyone else going in to join this dwarf and a man that looks he looks human. He's got a cup of ale in his hand and a rapier sort of that he's balancing against the table next to him. He seems to be watching you all quite nervously as you all walk in. Well, come on, Quint, get warm by the fire. We weren't expecting company. A bit drafty in here, though. So huddle up. And he's going to quickly rush over and get his teeth back before it gets done.
I assume we haven't been here long.
No, we actually just got here a few hours ago. We've sort of been on the run, but we were heading to Browdevik, actually. Good to run into some locals.
Oh, that's interesting. Where do you come from?
Well, I'm from here, but my friend here's from all the way east in the Green Lights. And he'll sort of nod his head. Because Damar's got himself caught up with some foreign pirates, and I went in trying to save him, got caught myself, and we've only just gotten out. But I'm
I see.
pretty sure they'll be after us anytime soon, so try not to make too much noise, alright?
Foreign pirates that venture here? This close?
Oh, well, they're well travelled, those lot. I think they came from all the way far south. What was the name they called it again? And you see the other guy go, I think they called it Keegor or something like that.
Can't say I've really heard of it before.
Aye, well, they fight strangely. Don't take them for granted. I've seen them disappear into thin air, so keep your wits about you. And he sort of looks over to where you can now see in the room next to the fireplace, the wall, like where Gorman is standing, is completely blown apart as well. Like you can see the wind is coming in through here with a bit of snow, but it seems like this house has been long forgotten. No one actually lives in here. They're just taking shelter, same as you guys.
Is the wall like like the stones that I used like to build it still scattered around or just gone?
Sorry, what do you mean? The stones they used to build?
Yeah, somebody just it's just a hole here and that's it, or just someone other
Are there
This
still
whole-
here.
stones to rebuild it with?
Yeah.
Well, this hole looks like it was from an explosion, and you can see there are bits of rubble and rocks all around, but probably not enough to fully rebuild it. That may take some work, though it doesn't seem like it would be the biggest job to sort of cover up this hole, at least temporarily.
Yeah, I wanted to use mending to just discover some of it.
Yeah, mending can only fix like a 5-foot cube, so I'd say you could. I'd say
Yeah,
you
not
could board it up if you
immediately.
want with a. Yeah, it would take you a little while to try and fix this, but it doesn't look like there's enough material to do it just
Okay.
from what is in that exact spot. You would need to go and source some stones from nearby, or some wood, or whatever you want to make it with. But it does look like, as you look out, it looks like you've got some decent cover. That looks like it was some kind of a garden with, there is a fire pit there and some trees to cover. But you know that if this place were to get attacked, the north would be a big vulnerability. As the rest of you have entered the room and you start to warm up, you'll realize that the hole isn't too much of an issue. It's not completely freezing in here thanks to the fire. And the dwarf and his friend will offer you all an ale, as well as they have got a keg here that they seem to have either they brought it with them or they found it in here and have opened it up, as they've got some pretty stout looking ale.
Can I? Sounds kind of odd, but I'll ask them if the ale they have is something like from around here or something a bit more rare.
We found it here. It was just sitting in one of these broken barrels. I think maybe there were some kind of brewer that used to live here or something.
Okay.
I think I'll do without. Thank you.
Oh, it's still pretty good. I think it's aged well.
Just don't fancy a drink.
I'll ask you something, DM. I need your ruling here. Can I make some sort of check to realize if the ale is uncommon enough, so I use it as an uncommon supply for cooking? Like, is it rare enough for it?
Yeah, you can give me a. Let's see, what check do you think that would be? Have you got like a brewer's kit or something like that that you could use?
I don't know. I have only alchemist kit.
Yeah, alchemist supplies will work. You can make a check with that. And you'll see there's another quest for you there for the cooking stuff, actually, because there is a feat that would, if you do that quest, you'll be able to look at these kinds of things easily. But with a nat 20, yeah. God damn, my power's back. I've got to switch back over. So, but as we hold for applause, and Gorm, this absolutely is some old dwarven ale that it is uncommon, at least. So yeah, would definitely be nice to make some like a beer batter or something like that. There's plenty you could do with this in a dish.
I will ask for a glass or two, if they don't mind, and try to cook something for all of us.
Oh, you've got food. Oh my God, take as much as you want. We're fucking starving. We thought we were gonna have to go and hunt something, but all we could find was the remnants, and he sort of points at the bear's head on the wall. But yeah, he'll absolutely. They'll give you. They've basically got a full barrel here, so you've got plenty to use for your cooking.
So because we are more than like for each feast, it's only for 5 people, and we are a bit more. I'll say I'll use double the ingredients. So using 2 pieces of the dragon, 4 common supplies, which we have 13 of, and like let's say 2 glasses of ale. I'll start making some sort of dragon meat steaks with beer. Like use beer to cook it.
Oh my God!
Like
The
instead of
steak
wine,
and
I use
ale.
beer. Ale.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
like steak and ale pie. That's a big thing. Yeah, with dragon meat, that'll be very good. So yeah, we'll say instead of just using all the dragon meat, we'll say each one of those ingredients is 1 pound. So you can just go into the dragon meat and lower the weight on that to remember how much you have.
Yeah, it does for some reason say that it gives me uncommon meat and rare meat, but it doesn't specify what it counts as. But I just assume a dragon of CR8 will be at least uncommon.
Yeah, but there is also a thing with the. This isn't a blood meal, though. That's a whole
No,
other thing.
just normal meal.
Yeah, there is something about eating dragon that is like it does give you some little benefits, but yeah, you can absolutely make that with those ingredients.
Okay, I'll be making a meat feast then.
All right, very nice. So, yes, Gorm gets cooking. The smells in this place, they get real good. As you can give me a check with that. I'm just trying to see what the dragon thing is.
Oh, I'm not looking at the blood meals. I'm looking at the something else. The meat feast in Keeble's guide.
Yeah, that's fine. You can make one of those. I'm just there might be an extra thing from
Okay.
from the dragon. A full blood meal I know gives you resistance and the breath weapon, but
yeah, but it's not a blood meal.
yeah, which is fine. But it may give you the resistance anyway.
While Gorm is cooking, I like to do my best to just pile up some rocks around the hole in the wall.
Yeah, you can do that.
You got a 16 and the DC is 14. So after 2 hours, the steaks are ready.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, and so that won't need a check, but you do manage to board it up. At least any small animals and things won't be able to get in here anymore, as you've made like a little bit of a waist high wall with just the rubble that was around. Though it seems like whatever blew the hole in this wall was quite powerful. And yeah, Gorm serves up some delicious dragon steaks, and with some of this dwarven ale, you've actually got quite a nice little feast on your hands here. As I would like everyone to please roll a straight d20.
Yeah, and I will say, because it's a special meal, for the next 24 hours you can add, let's see, +1 to any wisdom check or save you make.
Very nice. Do remember that when wisdom stuff comes up, just remind everyone of. Okay, so you guys, yeah, everyone's good. No one has a particular taste for dragon. Yes, Svenja, it's at first maybe not the best flavor, but as you like start getting into it, the aftertaste is really good, and actually, this is bloody delicious. You see the two guys in here are just devouring it. It looks like they haven't eaten in days. And sorry, I'm just going to switch over to the other. My power's back, so I don't have to use these speakers anymore. So
We
just
can
give me
take a
2
quick,
minutes. As
we can take a
yeah,
break
we can
here.
take a, yeah, we can take a break. Otherwise, just you can chat around the table. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm in. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, we'll give it a few minutes for everyone to take a break, and then we'll jump back in. But I'm still here, so let me know if there's anything you want to do while you're camping here. What do you guys think of this map so far? This is also one of my creations. I'm quite proud of this one. The last one, the scale was all.
Pretty interesting. Didn't expect the force to be right up against the cabin.
But can you see the full map? Like if you zoom out, can you see just the structure of?
I see that.
Okay, so you can't. It'll make more sense once you've seen the whole thing. Because yeah, the whole You know, like in Call of Duty, how they've got lane maps.
Haven't played Call of Duty.
You've never played any Call of Duty ever, seriously.
No.
How have you gotten? That's like an impressive feat. Oh, well then, I guess you won't see it at all. But I mean, plenty of games use laned maps, and I was just like, why don't we have that more in D&D? It seems so logical. Like you have dungeons, but for outdoor stuff, you never get lanes that you can just choose direction.
I must say, you're not the only one who's never played Call of Duty. I don't do well with those kind of games. So.
How have you not played it? I feel like that's like you have avoided Call of Duty in all the years. I'm not saying the latest, like, yeah, Call of Duty's got. Like, I remember playing the original Call of Duties before it was multiplayer or anything, when they were just World War II games.
World at War. It wasn't the earliest, but
No, not World at War. Don't
I
fucking
know,
patronize
like
me.
the original,
I'm
like
talking about
no,
Call
no,
of
I'm
Duty.
saying.
It was just Call of, and then there was Big Red Button, and then like when COD 4 came out, when it was Modern Warfare, then everyone was like, it was like, holy shit, COD. Everyone played COD, but
No,
I
I
can't
just meant.
understand how you've never played a single COD game. That sounds impossible.
First Call of Duty
It
came
was.
out before I was even born.
I just don't do well with first-person shooters. I don't have the spatial awareness to do first-person shooters. So actually bought the Xbox to play Halo and realized 1 hour in that I suck at it.
Yeah, no, that's much of a muchness.
Yeah.
You don't like Halo, COD's not going to be your friend.
Yeah, it's fantastic games. I just don't have the ability to look at the screen and see who's around me, and I need to see the character on screen. So stuff like Dark Souls and Elden Ring, where you're in third person, those I love playing because I can see what's going on around me. I just can't do it in first person. It's a skill, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Shit.
Oh yeah, Bulletstorm, that was some good shit. But anyway, we have had enough time for a break. Hope Mikhail feels better. But as we get back into things, you guys have reached a waypoint, which is generally where you would rest for like a full day. But that was under the assumption that this place was going to be like an empty, safe place. These guys are telling you that there is someone after them, so it might not be quite that safe. But you've had a nice hearty meal, and I mean, you guys haven't been hiking that long, so you're still feeling pretty well rested. Are you going to try and like hunker down here? Are you going to try and help these guys, or you're going to try and move on as you all have sat down and now had a nice feast?
So,
Where are we to next? Sorry.
No worries. It's unusual for pirates to chase people onto a game. So remind me again why you're being chased by these pirates.
Well, we're
Pirates,
their
by definition,
captors. We're trying to take us back to their country, but we managed to get away, and they've been camping on land for a while. They've been stealing things, and I don't know, really, we haven't seen everything that they've been up to, but they keep coming back to the camp with more and more shite. Probably stealing it from you lot, I thought. Breivik, I mean. I mean, unless there's other people out here that are worth robbing.
We haven't had to deal with any pirates recently, but we're not the only town around.
I think if they have a habit of stealing, that's not something we should tolerate. Not in our area.
Agree. We should teach them a lesson not to steal from us. It is us that steals from them, not the other way around.
Oh, well, we should warn you, they're quite sneaky buggers. They're hard to really track down sometimes, you know?
You said they had a camp.
Aye, they're up by the old hot springs. They've been making themselves comfortable up there.
Well, if we can't
How
find
many
them,
are
at
there,
least
do
we
you
know what
think?
they have.
As for how many, I'm not entirely sure. There's one leader, but they all wear the same thing. They're all in black masks, and hard to tell them apart sometimes.
Ballpark?
And
Like 5, 20, 50.
well, probably around closer to 20. I'd say the whole party is between 20 and 25. That's what was on the ship anyway, but I think they've spread out a little once they came on land. We were just in cages. We saw a moment when there were only a few there and made our escape, but there's a good chance they've tracked us in the snow. We were thinking you might be them. If you'd help us, we'd be ever so grateful.
I think we could do that, but I'm thinking we should probably raid their camp. It's hard to hunt a ghost. At least we know where they keep their stuff. They know they'll be there to protect it. Or we know they'll be there to the gist. You got it.
Sounds good to me. Let's go take on some pirates.
If there are as many as you think they are, maybe you two should join us. Even the odds is a little bit.
Well, I mean, I've got no intention of running right back to that camp now. We've got no way, not to doubt your skills, of course, but I think we were kind of hoping to hole up here for a bit until they'd lost us. I don't know. If you can keep us safe, I mean, I'm a bit of a brawler myself, but my friend here, he's a little bit scrawnier, you know? You see the guy with the rapier just like flip him off.
I think we could do. And besides, we can have a better idea once we actually get there.
Aye. Well, I mean, it's pretty hard to see in the dark, so do you want to wait until the sun's come up, or are you all ready to go now?
It's only a couple hours till sunrise, and I think if we started moving now, would we get there earlier or just in time for sunrise?
Hot Springs are quite a ways away. They are like they were on your route, but it's a few miles north off of your route now if you wanted to go straight there. So yeah, it would be you'd be starting your hike, but I mean it is now early hours of the morning. You know the sun will only come up at like 10 o'clock. It's midwind.
I think we can stay here for a little while and then just try to set off and get there for noon.
Okay. So you guys gonna hang out here a little bit, just prepare yourselves for a battle.
Yeah. Well, I'd say so.
Okay.
So,
Sorry. Rodrigo?
yeah, I would say sounds good to me.
Okay, so we're gonna say while you guys are hanging out here, you can give me a watch as if you were like taking a rest, and just let me know if anyone actually wants to do that, because these guys will also be like peeking out the windows and whatnot every so often.
Yeah, just have a quick look. You can have a watch.
Cool. So we won't go in shifts this time. You can all just give me a perception check if you want to keep watch at some point.
You can add, if you didn't add +1 to those. You can add +1.
That'll be
Okay,
19.
I already added +1 to mine.
Okay, cool. I'll take that into account for everyone else. So yeah, that meal is already kicking in as Carmilla and Ursula with those 22. The rest of you don't notice much as you are sitting around. It just seems like the regular forest. Doesn't seem like there's any creatures about. However, Ursula and yeah, Camilla, where are you standing when you do the watch? I assume, Ursula, you'll be looking out while you're sort of rebuilding that wall?
I'll be standing
just peeking
there.
out?
Yep, peeking out.
Okay, so then Ursula, I'm going to move you over to the wall. If that is that cool? Is that where you would?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you will see Ursula just down the path. You will see two shadowy figures just darting across the snow as there are two figures approaching from the north in that in the middle. And Camilla, you will notice another two figures moving down a very thorny looking path around the back of the house. But I will reveal those to you now. As you notice them approach, I'm not sure what you can actually see out the window there. You may have to move around a little bit to actually get the. Okay, so have you guys seen them?
I can see one.
Okay, yeah, that's you just saw them moving in, and as you see them, I'm going to give everyone a chance to react as the two of you notice them. And Shepard sort of starts growling a little bit as he smells something funny. But what would you guys like to do as you notice?
I'll say, hey, looks like we might not have to be ones seeking out the pirates after all.
I'll cast Shield of Fate on myself and move towards the door.
Oh, shite. I told you they were after us. And I would like everyone to roll for initiative, please. But you can do that if that last thing, like casting that spell, or if anything's got last minute preparation.
Yeah, just start making my way outside. Actually, I probably want to go through the window in the bedroom.
Let's go higher than 10 on initiative.
Would I be able? How far would I be able to get?
Your movement speed.
Ah, cool. Cheers.
The door is opening on the towards the inside or the outside. I assume inside.
They open in, yeah.
Yeah, just standing here. Like that's all of my movement.
Okay, so Svenja would sort of just start bashing her axe and her shield again, and well, she's using the rapier actually now. So and would look at Camilla and say, "You can do this," and do a bardic inspiration, and if I can find Camilla's token. Yeah, doesn't look like I can select her.
There we
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, just need you to roll for initiative there, Sven.
Yeah, apologies. Skills utility there.
Why is it not showing the right picture?
They rolled. Oh my god! You got a natural 20. Sorry, and still you're second.
Yep.
Hey man, stand into the fast. You know, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your characters don't. So let us see. So yeah, that one is still just above you as they are sneaking their way in. He is going to dash over. Not dash actually. Because he is sneaking. He doesn't know that they've been spotted yet. And as is his buddy. But as he gets over here, he is going to see you there, Ursula, as he readies. Yeah, he's going to ready an action because he doesn't know he's been seen yet. But you see him duck behind the log there, giving himself a bit of cover. And Svenja, we are going to go to you.
So yeah.
You there, Svenja? Where do you go?
The internet connection is failing. Nope.
Oh. Let's see if it doesn't come back in the next. I might have lost him completely.
Yeah.
God damn.
This is offline.
Well, timing. Ursula, that means goes on to.
Oh, wow. The only guy close enough that I can see is behind the log where I can't actually see him, so I'll just ready a ray of frost to shoot at him as soon as I can see them. And that's really all I'm gonna do right now.
Okay. You ready a ray of frost for the first one that you see, and we go on to.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. I don't know where they are at all. I'll just once your turn finishes, I'll slowly move towards the door and ready my action. If anyone like tries to open it, I just like, open the door and grab him and try to shove him in if it's possible.
Yep. You ready in action?
Yep.
Taking us on to the side. Okay, so as you are standing there, you can give me a perception check actually.
Yep. $24.
Okay, with a 24, you hear the sound of snow crunching underfoot as someone is dashing up closer, but they don't get to the door or open it, but you can hear them on the other side of the door nearby.
Yeah, okay.
You will see through the window there, Camilla. You'll hear a cry of pain as it sounds like you hear someone like shouting out, like they got as they are coming from the window side. Seems like they may have gotten caught up in the thorn.
Yes.
So it then takes us to your turn, Camilla.
Yes, I have an idea. I'm just gonna step up here, stick to the wall, taking up the, like, covering myself with the cloak, using the bonus action to hide, and then holding Recuerdo ready in case something comes through the window.
Okay, give me a stealth.
Apologies, I'm back.
Okay, well, you can take your turn next.
15.
So you are hiding in there, and then is that going to be your turn?
Yep, that is all.
Cool. Svenja, you see everyone sort of waiting, readying actions in case anyone comes inside or gets within view. What are you going to do?
So other than bardic inspiration to Camilla, she will prepare ready action to cast a spell. So actually, sorry, apologies. How many people do we know are approaching at the moment?
You've seen at least two. That's what's been pointed out to you by Camilla and Ursula.
We hear more.
Okay, so she's going to provisionally prepare a spell, a cantrip, for the first person that comes through the window, and be ready for that.
Woman, what are you doing?
Good question. First, gotta I'm going to move behind behind this tree, careful not to expose myself all the way out. I'm going to have Shepard see if he can like cross and hide under the tree line somewhere this side. So how far is that? Have him move here and try and have him take a hide action.
Okay. Is how much speed does he have?
50.
Okay, so I will need from him first a dexterity save and then a stealth check to try and hide there as he runs into these like this tangled nest of thorns and vines.
So he does that on his.
So,
No, he doesn't. It's blown.
so he isn't, because he doesn't actually manage to get that far, as it becomes difficult terrain for him as he kind of gets hooked on the thorns and immediately has to be a little bit more careful. So yeah, he gets to right about there, right in the middle of the passage, where he sees a shinobi staring straight at him, and it starts growling instinctively. So yeah, he is not hidden, but is are you trying to hide there as
Well, I suppose I'll be able to tell. His cover's blown.
Yeah, you can see Shepard in the middle, like growling at him just as you behind the tree. So it's up to you whether you want to actually try and hide behind that tree or do something.
Would Shepard still have his action?
No, he failed the hide.
Okay.
So he is hiding. It's just you can tell he's clearly visible. He thinks he's hiding.
Right, then
Wouldn't he get advantage because it's snow, or because of the trees? It doesn't count.
Yes, he does have that feat. Actually,
Ah,
thank you.
nice, good call.
Let's hope.
Okay, yeah. So absolutely, he hides there in the snow and sort of camouflages into it a bit. Good call.
And because I'm hoping Yoimid is completely obscured, as he gets there, I'm gonna have him use his bonus action to Giant Smite and ready an action to just dash and run into this general area. And that'll be my turn.
Okay, then that is going to take to the dwarf inside, who he is going to run into the bedroom and sort of post up against the wall where it is broken there. It looks like he's also hiding, but has his hammer at the ready. Then top of the round, this ninja's held action is wasted as he thinks that he's still stealthed up and no one's come out, so he's going to leap over the over this log, triggering your held action, Ursula, as you see him just spring up. Although does movement remove stealth? Can you see him?
I cannot.
Okay, so actually that means that he has got stealth on you. Give me a perception check as he jumps out there, because your perception may actually reveal him to you where he is on the map. And this will determine whether your held action goes off. Ooh, unfortunately not. So that means it will only go off as yeah, with a 6, you don't actually notice him running in. until he stabs a sword into you. You just see this shadow appear next to you, like just an anime kind of flicker as he appears and stabs a blade in. This will trigger your held action though, but he is within
I'm
5 feet, so it'll be at disadvantage.
I'm actually going to use Hellish Rebuke instead.
Okay.
Shouldn't that be free D10? Yeah, Hellish Rebuke should be second level.
Okay. Well, you can write.
So as he comes through the door, does that trigger Svenja's cantrip as well that she's been holding?
Yeah, as he attacks, he'll become visible. So anyone that was inside targeting there will have. So yeah, you can figure that one.
Yeah, seeing Svenja like attack as well. Do I see which direction she attacks? Because I don't see Ursula at the moment.
Yeah, from where you're standing, no, I don't think you can see him. He
No,
can't
I
see
know.
you.
Yeah, but where is Svenja attacking? So I get like a general sense of.
Depends what kind of thing she's using. She's just shouting. So yeah, you can see which way she's looking.
It's toward the window, like up here.
Can she, I mean, given that we've been waiting for them, can she, as part of the biting words, shout over there and point? That's kind of how the biting words, I guess, works. She points towards the shinobi and freeze or something like that, but in some sort of giantish language. The giant rune for frost is how she shouts out the giant word for frost.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. It's a charisma save.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. Need to click there.
Ooh, a 2. As yeah, he doesn't like that. You can roll your damage.
Okay, so that is a fabulous 3 points of cold damage. Yep. And hopefully it covers him in a little bit of a frosty kind of thing. And that's okay, hold action done.
Okay, cool. So yeah, as you see this frost begin to just take form over him, that is your held action.
Yep.
Has anyone else got a held action pointed inside the room?
Mine was pointed at the door, so not me.
Okay, so this creature is then he is going to see his target there at the table and is going to throw a shuriken at him. Disadvantage because you were right next to him, which does mean it's not a. But you just see him just throw. Well, it's a dart. It's more like a senbon that just this needle that flies into him and pegs right into his shoulder as he's trying to hide behind the table there. And following him behind, you will see one more of these shinobi that is more obvious. As he is running, he's going to also, yeah, he's also coming into you, Ursula, to try and help his buddy. Oh, wait, is that? Yeah, okay, he's got the Okay, 5 points of piercing damage as he runs through and stabs you with, like, it looks more like a throwing knife, but they are sort of piling up on you there. But that is their turn. Taking us on to Svenja.
Sorry, unmute button first. She is going to twirl her rapier out towards the shinobi standing next to Ursula, that one. And as a bonus action, it is going to sort of fly up in the air and just start stabbing at it. That's him. Come on, where is the attack roll with this thing? How do I roll this? Come on. There we go.
I'll
It's a 15
make it the
to
right
hit.
image soon, but just for now, that's where your sword is.
Okay. And it appears to miss him. Sorry, I just need to read this description. My brain is not doing great right now. So that was
So it can attack up to 4 times before it flies back to your hand, but it's still just one attack.
Okay. With her action, she will continue to point at the frost-covered ninja and say to him, "You didn't expect a strong force of people to be here, did you?" And cast a vicious mockery at him.
Okay, yeah, just roll your damage because then it prompts. But yeah, that is definitely. I'll give him disadvantage on that because he absolutely was.
Ah, crap. 1 point of psychic damage.
Oh, he still makes it as he kind of ends and he goes, strong force, you.
Okay, so she'll just sort of shrug and say, we'll see. And that would be the end of her turn.
Okay, taking us on to Ursula, who's not looking so good. And you are surrounded. What are you going to do?
I want to get out of there. I use my tempestuous magic to fly 10 feet. Then cast Witch Bolt on that guy.
Uh-oh.
And that's a miss, so I'll just keep running.
Okay, yeah, you see him like catch the lightning on his blade and just deflect it into the ground as this guy looks a little bit tougher than enemies you faced before.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, then Gorm, that takes us to you. Your ready to action has not been triggered, but you've got your turn. What do you want to do?
Yes, so I heard that they Ursula is being attacked from the window, like to the north of me. Correct?
Yeah, you can tell that they are inside the building. That fight.
Oh, they're
if you
inside.
just-
Okay.
Like if you take if you step back, you'll see them.
Oh, they're in. Okay.
It's just that wall next to you is blocking. But they went through the hole in the wall.
Oh, through the wall. Okay. And I'll go right here. An attack with my hammer. Okay, 20 hits. A whopping 3 damage.
Okay, yeah, you see him trying to fight off the blade that's hovering in the air above him, and you just come swinging in, managing to clip him once, but he's still looking pretty healthy.
And bonus action, I'll attempt to shield bash him so he falls prone.
Oh, nice. Yeah, if you... Okay, yeah. Is that a strength save from
I think it's the shove action, so it's contested athletics or acrobatics from him. I believe is the rule.
Okay. So you can roll your...
For me, it's athletics. For him, it's what he wants. And he
Oh,
got a natural 20, so he's
crit.
fine.
So, yeah, as you just try and shield bash him, you see him like almost climb up onto your shield as he's moving in to attack you next. But is that going to be your turn?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that takes us on to the other one you actually heard but did not see. Is Mikil kind of hears the door open, but Mikil's not here, so I'm going to take him off the target list.
I thought it was our friend's, this guy's action. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, sorry. That's not all his movement, but his buddy is also coming in with. But can only get up to here. So this guy, as he runs into the room, you will see he's got 2 shuriken at the ready. That as he runs in, he's going to throw them both out. One is going towards Gorm as he sees you attacking this guy, and one is going towards his actual. Oh, which he misses as he misses the guy at the. And misses you as well, Gorm, as you just hear this thing whip past your ear and hit the campfire. The guy in the back he's also going to try and throw a throwing knife. And dealing 3 points of damage as you see this knife come flying in from the main entrance and hitting the guy at the table, who is immediately going to sort of let out a bit of a yelp and a scream as he's going to turn around and dive through the window, just smashing right through it and probably cutting himself up, but he's just trying to get the hell away and dives like almost into the bed of thorns between the ninja and Shepherd as he is kind of bootstrapped himself. But he's right in between there and takes us. Oh, he can do. Okay, he throws a dagger of his own and hits the shinobi that's running down, and it actually like hits him in the chest, dropping him from like into the thorns a little bit, hurting him badly. As you kind of see this as you peek around the tree, but the other ninja up there is now going to be rushing in. As you can see him, he's going to catch up with the target, and he's making his attacks against them. As he just runs up and, like, leaping through the air, just slices into his neck and cuts his head clean off as blood just sprays onto the snow. He is then going to look at where he came from and use the rest of his movement to get in.
I didn't have a ready action to just dash into that general area. If anyone sort of walked in there.
Okay, sorry, I thought you were holding your glaive. If you're dashing in there, then you can do that, but dash and attack? I don't think.
No, but
you could he would provoke an opportunity attack from you as you are rushing in there. So you run in there. I will need a dex save from you as well as you're going over the thorn. Okay, so it is going to be a half movement for you as you're running over there, but you manage to get close enough to him for him to provoke an opportunity attack as he's trying to run in.
16 hits.
16 just misses. As you swing at him, he dives through the window, and the other guy looks badly hurt from the dagger that's sticking out of his chest, comes rushing in towards you to try and stab. But you easily deflect his blade as the one inside is in here, and oh yes, your readied action was still there. So yeah, it triggers one from you as well, Camilla. Roll it. Oh, as you try and lunge out to get him as he jumps through the window, it is a narrow miss, and he is going to react by swinging his short sword at you with his second attack. Okay, you take 12 points of piercing and poison damage as this blade strikes you, but that is his turn, taking us on to you, Camilla.
And there's only one action to do. A favorite.
As he kind of blocks you as you lunge towards him, he's like, "What the hell are you trying to bite me?" And he seems quite intimidated. Yeah, following.
Nope.
Blocks the blade as well, unfortunately.
And with that,
Too many enemies, too mobile around here.
fuck that! Out of the window.
Okay, you smash through the other window. Yeah, I think I might have to move you through.
Yeah, there's all. And that's pretty much all.
Okay, yeah, you just landed a little pile of snow on the other side. Jormund, in your blind form, below you just try to stab you. What are you gonna do?
I'm so disappointed this guy is as weak as he is, so I'm not gonna pay him any mind, and I'm gonna have Shepard tear him to shreds. Do you need Shepard to roll a dex save for that?
No, it's okay. He already did that, so
Lovely.
he's okay for where he is now. If he goes through the next batch, he'll need to again. But
Cool.
yeah, that was half movement to get out of.
Advantage. Lovely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Shepard just tackles this guy to the ground and starts tearing his throat out as his screams are quickly muffled. But yeah, you see the other dude that's just jumped in through the window.
Yeah,
He can-
I'm gonna follow him in. Can I actually fit through the window?
Just, yeah, it'll be, be a
Okay,
bit of a
lovely.
tight squeeze.
Then
And yeah,
I'm
you've got
going
a little bit
to-
of extra movement than it says there.
I'm gonna come in right on top of it.
Okay.
And I'm also. Wait, did that count as difficult terrain for Shepard?
It did for the first half, so he should have about 25 feet
Okay.
left. Yeah.
Oh, lovely, perfect. Fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, there's a
Can you
window.
actually move him in? And would this count as flanking?
If you go over there, yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to grapple this guy.
Okay, yeah, you can absolutely try that. So athletics versus acrobatics again.
Oh fuck, he can roll acrobatics.
Yeah.
Yeah, slippery. You got to beat a 24 with the
You have,
athletic.
you have advantage.
I mean, I have advantage, but I just don't have the modifier.
Oh. Well, that's a shame.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this guy's pretty quick, and as you sort of try and grab onto him, he slips out of your grasp, but you do manage to like almost tackle him to the ground. However, he's not pinned underneath you, and you end up just on the other side there. You are flanking with Shepard.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm going to use his action to maul someone.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm going
unless
to.
there is
Sorry?
I don't know, Svenja, is there anything you want to do as you see this happening? Because I think that's the only person that might have like a reaction.
I don't think she does.
Unmute. I was pondering a cutting words against his roll. I don't think it applies to checks, just attack rolls.
Well, I'm going to use an action surge then. And I'm going
Well-
to try again. Sorry?
I will say, before you do that, I will say that I'll allow it because he's making a grapple attack, so I'll allow it in this instance that you could use your cutting words against his save, sort of distracting him as your one
Oh.
tackles in from behind, because it really is just for a grapple. It's not like he's sending him
Let's see
through
if we
dimensions.
roll well.
I mean, are you
Yeah,
sure
it is
that even
ability,
has-
attack check, ability check, or damage roll.
Yeah, that 1d6, 1d4 is not going to make a difference there.
It might.
No. Well, he rolled
Your
20.
with that D4, don't.
Wait.
Yeah, so that brings it down to a 20, which means that you beat him. If that I don't know where that D4 comes from, but
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sure. Oh no, that D4 was rolling for ferocity because I just forgot. That's not a bonus.
oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood that. Yeah, so unless you can get a +1 on that, it will not be enough there.
No,
Sorry, I misunderstood that.
Hey, I was just gonna do what I was gonna do anyway. Action surge. Try again.
Yeah, because I didn't declare it up front. Can I do cutting words on his next pick?
Yeah, I'll say we can, because I messed that up, it will apply to the second one rather. You don't have to use another one.
Yeah, makes no difference there. 21. Yay!
Yeah, so that does make a difference.
Okay.
So yeah, you grab him. You sort of miss with the first part. He tries to roll you off of him, but you just get him on the way down.
I think that's probably all I can do. I'm not gonna be happy when he just ups and uses his movement and goes away. Or tries again. But at least it worked.
Oh, damn it, where did my... There we go. Okay, cool. So that is then going to take us on to the other guy who is hiding here. He sees the fight going on and is going to start trying to sneak out through this little hole in. That's all he can really do for now. Taking us to the top of the round with the ninjas that are already in here, be fighting against Gorm. He is going to target you, Gorm. He gets you with a crit on the second one. The first one, your shield does manage to come up there, but you got... Cool.
Oh, sorry. I'm here. There's nothing I can do against the crit.
Holy shit. Yes, the first strike, you raise your shield to deflect it, as it seems like it was just to throw you off, and he slashes around and brings his blade right down, like into your neck, just down through, like in between the collarbone and your scapula, just right down, as you see a spurt of blood and Gorm drops to the ground. As yeah, he gets you one hit. The other guy is going to run into the room. I don't think he provokes an opportunity attack from your blade.
No, I don't think it works that way.
But he's coming for you. And misses. So Svenja, that takes us on to your turn, as you've just seen Gorm go down and the other guy's sneaking out the back of the room. It seems like they're looking for...
Okay, what to do? she is going to wait. So this guy moved away, and that other one's still near the. Can I do a bonus action as an action? Cast healing word as an action instead of a bonus action.
Yeah, you can exchange an action for a bonus action, but yeah.
What do I want to do here? Actually, you know what she's going to do is she's going to do bonus action healing word on Gore, and she's going to take the dodge action as her action. If I can just find healing word. Where is my spell? Come on. And what was the healing word? Yes. 4 points of healing for, or 8 points of healing for Gorm. And then she takes the dodge action. How do I do it? Can I do that in
I've added that already. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So she's essentially just throwing out to Gorm the stand and fight, and then raising her shield and watching this ninja really carefully. And that is my turn.
Awesome. Yeah. You feel the pain from that blade. You're not sure what the hell just hit you so hard, but you are back. Ursula also not looking so good as the ninja is currently being grappled by Yorman behind you. What do you do?
I don't like this.
I mean, I can say I'm not planning on running, so if you can help me keep this guy down until my turn, I can just be a shield for you to the rest of them.
He is grappled, so you've got advantage on attacks against that one.
Do I? I was looking at the grapple condition. It doesn't seem like it does much of anything other than reduce her speed to 0.
There's restrained.
Oh, damn it, fucking always mix it up with bloody restrained.
If he stays grappled, I can cause him to be restrained, incapacitated, grappled, and maybe dead by the end of the round. But
yeah, sorry, I always mix them up. So you're right. It doesn't have. It's just speed is 0 basically.
How would I help you keep him grappled anyway? Does help accent?
You could do that.
Maybe you have a spell to give him disadvantage. I don't know.
I don't really have support spells.
Oh. No idea then.
And you already have advantage since you're big, so I don't think I really could help.
Or you could get creative. There's lots of other shit around this room. What do you want to do?
I'm going to use a bonus action to drink a healing potion. And then I'm going to use Witch's Bolt. I'm going to cast Witch's Bolt at 2nd level. Okay. And that's all I can do.
Okay, yeah, unlucky. Gorm, what do you want? You are alive again.
Yeah, let me check something out.
It's funny at this level, like a healing potion actually does quite a bit.
So you can only shove the creature if I make an attack first, so I can do that. I guess I'll cast. Inflict wounds. I'll stand up and cast inflict wounds. Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Oh my word, dice got against you tonight.
And I guess I'll Shield Bastion to attempt to knock him down.
Okay, yeah, you see the little like a half wall that Ursula was able to build behind him as you just try and bash him over. Oh, and you do. You push him 10 feet back and knock him prone. I'll say as you just knock him over this little wall. Just over there. As you
He just
knock him out.
pivots like over a waist high part of the wall and his legs go straight up.
Exactly, yeah, you just hear his head hit the snow, hopefully a rock as well as his little shinobi tabby are now up in the air.
Can you imagine he's just dead? He just doesn't move.
That's Gorm's wishing right now. Is that your turn, Gorm?
Yeah.
Cool. Then this one just saw you knock its buddy over into the snow. Doesn't like that, so he's going to. Let's see. Yep, the short sword's the way to go. So he's going to rush in at you. Oh, but misses with both as you are standing up, reinvigorated, ready to fight. As you turn around and deflect both of this guy's attacks. This one is going to run into the room and throw a dagger again. This time at the fucking giant dude in the, the corner holding the other ninja.
If I see him about to throw it at me, I'm just going to just look at him, shout at him, "I'll have your head next if you do."
And with that, he misses and it pegs into the deer head on the wall next to you. As he looks kind of scared for a moment. That is their turn. Taking us on to this. Who's this?
Dead guy.
Okay, so I rolled for the wrong one, but doesn't matter. This is the one that you're holding on to. It's the two of them. Yeah, I rolled initiative for the wrong one. But anyway, they both act on the same initiative. They go in pairs. So this guy is going to then try and attack you, Yormund, while he's grappled. He's going to try and get out by stabbing. Or actually, wait.
Please don't tell me that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
He's some bullshit. Exactly. But he's going to, as he's trying to trying to get around, he's going to throw something underneath him, and there's going to be an explosion of smoke as he drops a smoke bomb.
Can I still feel him like I'm holding him?
Yeah, you've still got a hold of him. He's just he suddenly disappears into the smoke as you guys are all three in.
Okay.
It's basically just there where he is. You guys see Yorman, Shepherd, and the ninja just explode into smoke and become heavily obscured in there.
That's fine. As long as he doesn't escape my grasp.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to see if that. Yeah, that's his action. Then, they have got bonus action stuff. No, okay, so he's going to try and do something in there with his bonus, but you don't know, you can't see what's happening, but he does not escape your grasp. Oh, why? Hold on. Did I roll for both of them? Oh man, it was the other guy, the target. Sorry, that I got confused. So now it would have been his turn, but we carry on to combat. I forgot that the dude was dead already. That was like their whole point. Camilla, what do you want to do?
You could probably get advantage on any target in there.
Let me just see. Too risky. So instead, we just go with the safe option.
If you need to move, I may have to move you. So just ping where you want to try and.
We will see. First, I'm gonna try to bite that guy.
Okay, so you're climbing back in through the window.
Yep. Seeing that doesn't work, just going outside, laying down in the snow, and putting the cloak over me, trying to hide.
Okay, so you're jumping back in, attacking him, didn't work, and then you're going back.
I mean, to be fair, could you argue Carmilla would have advantage? Because Ninja did seem to be preoccupied with Gorm.
No, because she just jumped through the window. It was quite a spectacle. But she's done nothing to actually hide there, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. Not until now.
Otherwise, I would have. Yeah, if you were hidden, if you had hidden there for a minute, then you would have gotten advantage. But unfortunately, you just jumped in through the window one way and then back. So it was scary, but you're hiding. Yeah, it's hard to sneak up on a ninja, unfortunately, but you are in the smoke. You can't see the guy in your hands, but you can still feel him. What are you going to do?
I assume Shepherd would have an idea of where he is. Could he make an attack?
He will make an attack, but the smoke has just gone off in his face, so it will not be an advantage that it gets cancelled out the flanking, so just a normal attack.
Well, if I use a feature that gives him advantage again, would he still have that, or?
No, I don't think you can. Or maybe, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Rule
Why
that's
not?
written now.
Well, rule of cool. Why not? Yeah, this is you've got him held and lifting him up. Shepherd's sniffing, so he's going to be going and biting and grabbing him as the ninja begins to scream.
Good. And he is also. So he is now. Oh wait, yes, depends on his saving throw. Ah!
Yeah, he's kicking and screaming. Unfortunately, it's like hard to hold him down.
Okay. Is there any fancy bullshit I can pull? You know what? Sure. Let's use this. I'm going to make an attack with my Warhammer. advantage.
No, just
Wait.
normal attack. So you're kind of gripping him, trying to swing at him, but it seems to be a swing and a miss. And luckily, with the 9, you hear the growling of Shepard as he bit into him, and you miss Shepard as well. But that's what he would seem to be trying to do with his bonus action on the last one, was to like confuse you to hit Shepard, but you miss both.
Hmm. Oh well. Sucks. I think that's going to be my turn. Actually, I'll use a bonus action and invoke my Frost Rune as well, so I have +2 to strength and cons for the next something 10 minutes.
Okay, and the fiery shackles have not applied. You didn't actually hit,
No.
right? Okay, cool. Checking. Cool. So then it takes us on to their other target, who seems to be sneaking away. But at the top of the round, this guy that's he gets back up to his feet, and then he's going to, staying there, he's going to sort of crouch behind the wall and throw he's going to throw a dart at you, Gorm, and then he's going to try and move. He misses, but it may have just been a distraction. Oh, but still misses even with the flanking, as he jumps back over the wall and tries to slash at you, but misses. And I think his buddy died. Or is that, no, that's this guy. Who misses Svenja as well, taking us to your turns. Oh, and I forgot to roll with the disadvantage there. Wondering why it was telling me to do the disadvantage. I forgot you dodged, but it did work and you missed. I mean, he missed.
I think Svenja's running out of battery, so
Yeah, he asked if we could end at the end of this round.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we've got 10 minutes left of the fight. Yeah, there's really. I mean, am I running this game or not? So, Ursula.
All right, Dragon's Breath.
To get rid of Mikhail before I roast him because I just made him invisible.
Yep, Dragon's Breath. Lightning Breath.
Is your DC really only 13?
I think it's 14.
to be fair, we are level
No, it
3.
is 13. Yeah, only 13.
Okay, so yeah, they each take 5 points of damage from that, as they did succeed, and yeah, unfortunately, one of them has got evasion, but so he takes no damage on that.
Oh wow. That's all.
You could move into the smoke to stop yourself getting targeted.
And that puts me next to the other guy, but yeah.
Oh well.
Wow.
I mean, he
Wait.
probably can't see into the smoke either.
Okay.
So, do you want to do that? Because it's changed turns now, so you can't move your token. Are you going to?
Yeah,
do...
I'd move.
Okay, cool. You step into the smoke as we go to Gorm.
Yeah, good thing it's a bonus action. I cast Shield of Fate again. And use my action to use my what is it called? Channel Divinity and Golf.
Oh, hold on. Just cast Shield of Faith on one of them.
Oh. Oh, I targeted him instead of myself.
Yeah, I'll remove that. Just target yourself and you don't have to consume it.
Okay, there we go. Now it's Channel Divinity and Golf. Let's see if it lets me target the enemies. Okay, it does not. But all hostile creatures within 30 feet of me need to make a strength saving throw. And it does not affect allies in the radius.
Within 30 feet of you, so that's all of
Yep, all the strength saves.
just making sure I've got everything.
They'll take 11 damage if they fail, or half. If they fail, they are pushed. Let's see. Oh, they're pushed like to the max of the 30 feet. So the guy next to me would push 30 feet away from me if he fails.
Okay, so there's 2 passes there and 3 failures. So the guy, let's see, the guy right behind you, he passes. Okay, so he's not. This guy, in the one that you've been fighting, he does get pushed. So he gets pushed 30 feet. Did you say?
Yeah, and takes 11 points of force damage.
Okay, yeah, he gets blasted right out of the building. Okay, and he is blasted out into the snow. As let's see the other guys. This guy gets. So it's 30 feet from you, right?
Yeah, unless if they're stopped by something, they are stopped. There's nothing else to it.
Okay, yeah. So this guy just gets pushed. Although he's in Yorman's grasp, so
Yeah, I don't know what the rules
it's not
on
going to
that.
do anything. It would have only been 5 feet anyway, so it's like you just feel the. Or actually, does that create a shockwave? Because it might get rid of the smoke, actually.
No, not to say anything
Or is
about
it? Oh no, it's wave.
It's technically a magical wave, yeah. It doesn't say anything about knocking out. Like, it's not wind that can remove the smoke.
Yeah.
It doesn't specify.
And
Wait a second. Is he getting pushed? Because then it would trigger that condition for grapple.
You really want us to lose, do you?
yeah, that's why I was saying it's only 5 feet, and they are both like in that corner. So I'm not going to say it removes the grapple here, but for the other guy,
Yeah, still takes the damage.
yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah, that guy gets knocked into the wall. And was that all? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, there is a blast that goes off, and this wave that engulfs them all. Yeah, some of them unfortunately make it. Like the main two behind you, but yeah, the other one gets blasted outside, taking us to the ninja behind you's turn. He's going to try and finish you off still. Sorry, go on.
Can't blame the guy. I lose my reaction and use Blood Curse of the Eyeless. And roll a d4 and remove from his roll. If it okay, nothing popped up for me. Oh, there we go. So I'm not amplifying it, so I'm not taking any damage, but it needs to reduce a d4 from this attack roll. I'll roll the d4. A 4. So
Okay, I
might
think
still hit?
you may have. Yeah, so that's a brings it down to a 20.
So it's my AC, so it still hits.
Svenja was. Okay, so he does stab into you, taking you down. And then he's going to throw a dagger to Yormund, who's in the front. He misses, but he's going to go run and jump up onto the table to try and get involved in that.
Yeah, I know it's not a lot, but I think he should still have been damaged from the force wave because evasion is only on deck saves, I think. Or is it on all saves?
It's let's see. Yeah, you're right. Dex.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw, so he does take the 5 damage.
Yeah, another guy. So then the guy down at the bottom, he's still going for Svenja, but he misses. So this guy in the cloud, he's stuck in Yormund's grasp. He's going to start trying to break out of that. Yormund, are you back? Okay. I'm trying to wrap it up, but we'll see when Yormund comes back. Kamala, what do you want?
Ah, perfect. Perfect. Come on. Let's see. Yes, that's perfect. Let's first move here. Then let's see if we can hit this guy. Yes, he's dead. on to the next one.
Pretty sure Gorm is dying, but
Oh yeah, Gorman. I need you to make an athletics check as well as Kamala runs in, slicing and dicing these other ninjas.
an athletics check.
Yes, versus a 17. That's what you got to be.
And then just
Okay.
slips into the mist. And that's it.
Fantastic.
Okay, so on the other ninja's turn, because you had stepped away, he does break out of your grapple.
Mm. Also, oh, it was because of the grapple.
Yeah, that's what the 17 was. He on his turn he made an acrobatics check, but you weren't here. So on his turn, before you got there, Kamala, and the smoke is still there, so you wouldn't see it anyway. He would jump back out of the window. And he would throw a dart back into the room.
I don't suppose he would have been able to see anyone.
No, he throws it blind, but with a narrow field of view there, he's going to have disadvantage on an attack against it.
I guess no.
Oh, come on.
Attack of opportunity.
Con saving throw for your concentration, though.
On
Have you
Dragon's
actually got a
Breath.
spell up?
That is the...
Yeah, Dragon's Breath.
Oh, right. I thought it was for Witch Bomb. Okay, yeah, nice. You make it. But
Oh,
you
now
do
I
get hit
roll
with...
high.
Yeah, always when you need it least. So you maintain your concentration, but you do get hit by one of those Senbon, and we go to Yorman's turn then.
I take it I'll be able to actually properly see this one.
Yeah, that one's
Okay,
clearly
cool.
visible. It just tried to attack you as well.
Shepard is going to... Alright, I need to... Ah, shit. What is the DC again?
Oh,
Disastrous. Okay.
yeah, Shepard doesn't seem to be able to see anything in the smoke and immediately looks like he's about to attack Kamala or Ursula, but you manage to direct him otherwise.
Yeah, I just like whistle and he just bursts out of smoke. And
Yeah, you see this wolf lunge at you, Kamala, but just go past you and onto the table as he's going for the ninja. Go.
bite his nuts. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh.
I mean, you could have moved him an extra 5 feet to get the flank hit.
I mean, he got advantage anyway from the feed.
Yeah. Then, as this
I
ninja seemed more ready to
still
deal with the
have
wolf.
my action.
Yeah.
So no. Oh,
Finally.
and There's another 1d6 from Giant Smite. And finally, Firebird. He has to roll a strength saving throw DC 13. I think he'll probably make it, but
It's strength though, maybe not.
yeah.
Just roll the damage anyway, so it prompts.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay.
Ooh. And he's restrained.
Okay, very nice. Yes, the shackles restrain him there, just bursting out of the fire behind him as well, just as he is now chained. Let me put that down so we remember for next.
And at the start of each of its turns, it takes 2d6 fire damage, and at the end of its turns, it can try and break out.
Okay, yeah, well,
I can remind you for that.
yeah, well, it'll be the last thing in the chat, so it should be easy to remember next week. But yeah, as you restrain this guy, is that going to be the end of your turn? As
Yep.
the end of our session here. Then the other target, the person that they were actually in here to kill, they've managed to kill one of them. However, the other guy seems to have actually gotten some fair distance away. And he is nowhere to be, as he has either run away or is hiding somewhere. I'm not sure if you can actually see him on the map. Maybe from Mika's perspective, you saw him there. But he seems to have gotten away while the rest of you are fighting off these ninjas. And we will see next week who's going to win between Vikings and ninjas. It's not looking good for the Vikings, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, we shall wait and see. Thank you guys for the game. That is where we're going to end it.
Thank you. See you next week.
Yeah.
See ya.
Cheers, cheers.